Hey guys, welcome back to an all-new episode of the Chuckload of Comics show, streaming here live on MainframeComicCon.com and as always at YouTube.com/ChuckloadOfComics. Every single Sunday, we're bringing you the nerdy headlines of the week. Join us here Sunday for all the fun. If this is your first time to the channel, guys, take a second, click that subscribe button, join us here every week for a breakdown of all the headlines, all the geeky, non-political, non-COVID-19 stuff going on in the world of fandom every single week, and this was a massive week. Hasbro revealed its 26-inch Sentinel Marvel Legends figure. That's right, I said 26 inches. We're going to show that to you in just a second. Tron 3 is on its way, and the script is, quote, really phenomenal. And finally, The Boys is getting a short film. That's right, a film from Amazon's The Boys starring Billy Butcher that it's going to act as sort of a prequel to Season 2. So we're going to tell you all about The Boys film coming out in just about 2 months now. So before we get into all of that great nerd news, you may have noticed this week, check out the logo behind me, man, Mainframe Comic Con has launched its brand new website, MainframeComicCon.com, and the guests are pouring in.
Hitherto undreamt of.
Mainframe Comic Con this go around. This is the third Mainframe. It's going to be completely different than anything you've seen at Mainframe before. They're going to have 4 to 7 virtual panel halls. It's a virtual convention space. You're going to find a main panel hall where you're going to have your big celebrity guests. We've got an exhibitor hall. We've got a publisher hall, artist alley hall, and all of these very special convention hall areas are going to come complete with a live video player.
How cool
where
is
we're going to be streaming live celebrity interviews, comic book creator interviews, all live with live Q&A. You can interact and chat with some of the top names in comics, in entertainment, right there. So you're going to be able to just kind of explore the convention space, the virtual convention space, go from room to room to room. We're gonna have exclusive merchandise from people like Diamond Comics is going to have some exclusives that you can get your hands on. Comic book publishers are going to have exclusive comic books you can get your hands on. People like from IDW and Heavy Metal Magazine, people at Top Cow, all these people are coming to Mainframe.
So cool!
But this year it's going to be a very comic book heavy. So all of you people who watched a couple Mainframes, you're like, why are all the comic book guests? Well, this is going to be super duper comic creator heavy. We've got the big wigs, the heavy hitters in the comic book industry, people like Al Ewing. You know, he does Immortal Hulk. He's doing the Empire run right now, the Fantastic Four Avengers Empire special. Mr. Al Ewing's going to be there. Donny Cates.
Yeah.
The top name in comic books right now, Mr. Donny Cates. You know, Venom, Thor, Baby Teeth, God Country. He does just about every single book that you read. The artist Jock, you know him. He did the book Witches. He does Batman books over at DC. Jock is going to be there sitting down with us live, and he's also going to have some exclusive art for sale at Mainframe that you can only get at Mainframe. Creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mr. Kevin Eastman, is going to be there. Not only is Kevin Eastman showing up, we're also planning a private meet and greet that you can purchase where you can watch the original first episode of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon with Kevin Eastman.
Seriously?
Live in a Zoom chat.
What?
So you can go in. You'll be able to
saving my lunch money for that
I
one.
know. You'll be able to purchase a ticket to watch Ninja Turtles with Kevin Eastman, talk to him, banter with Kevin Eastman during the Ninja Turtles screening. It's going to be an absolute blast. Tons and tons of guests. We've got so many comic book guests already on the website and so many more to come. We've got some celebrity guests like Mr. Robert Wool. You know nice. Robert Wool from Batman. He was in Good Morning Vietnam. He was in the show Arliss. Huge fan of Robert Wool. He's going to be sitting down doing live Q&A in one of the panels, probably in the main panel hall.
Awesome.
The king of the Wicker people himself, Mr. Robert Wool. We've got some amazing celebrity hosts. We pretty much emptied the bench over at Collider, man. We got Robert Meyer Burnett returning to Mainframe. Always a pleasure having Robert Meyer Burnett host some panels. We have a first-time Mainframer, Mr. Coy Jandreau.
Nice.
You know him. He was the host of Collider Heroes. He took over the reins for Comic Book Shopping. He was on Screen Junkies. You know Coy. Nobody knows more about comic books than Coy Jandreau, so he's excited to moderate some panels. Returning to Mainframe, Mr. Jay Washington.
Woohoo!
Also from Collider Movie Talk and Collider Heroes, Mr. Jay Washington's coming back to help us moderate panels. And a first-timer at Mainframe, Mr. John Roca.
Nice.
John Stephen Roca the Schmodown movie trivia champion.
Sweet.
The belt holder, Mr. John Roca, is going to be. I'm very excited about John Roca. I'm a huge fan of John Roca.
Maybe we can do a schmodown.
Oh my God. I think it's trademarked. I don't think we can do a Schmodown at Mainframe. So guys, check out mainframecomiccon.com. We are updating guests daily. We've got some heavy hitters we haven't announced yet. So go to the website, sign up for the newsletter. As soon as you go to the mainframecomiccon.com, you'll see a newsletter pop up. Sign up for it so you'll get daily email. Well, not daily, but you'll get emails every time we announce some really, really big guests. So sign up for the newsletter at mainframecomiccon.com and get excited. Mainframe's coming August 15th and 16th, and it is going to be freaking massive.
Yay!
So guys, let's go ahead and get into all the top headlines of the week. This is this week's Nerd News. Check it out. All right, guys, first big nerd news story of the week. This one comes direct from the shit I want for Christmas department of Chuckload of Comics. Hasbro revealed this week their 26-inch Sentinel figure, part of the Marvel Legends run of figures. 26-inch.
Look at this thing.
Sentinel. This thing is freaking over 2 feet tall. Hasbro announced it's part of their HasLab Marvel Legends Sentinel series. Like, if you don't know what HasLab is, it's really cool. HasLab is like Hasbro's crowdfunding initiative, so it's kind of like Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. They focus largely on the bigger, more complex, more expensive toys. It's really aimed squarely at adult collectors. It's kind of cool. The crowdfunding, they needed 6,000 orders in order to make this Sentinel thing happen. They have achieved their 6,000. So now they got some stretch goals that they're going to do. Like, if they reach the next goal, they're going to include like a different head for your Sentinel.
How cool
different
is
body
that?
Parts, different pieces that can come with it. They have a mother mold head that I think is their next stretch goal that I just found out about this morning. So it's pretty dope. They reached their goal, so the Sentinel thing is happening. It has a hefty price tag, though, man. This thing's going to cost you $350.
Oh my gosh.
To get this. That's a big price tag for a really big figure.
Please tell me, are we one of those 6,000 people?
No, we are not. Not yet.
I don't know. I know you said it's expensive, but
well,
it's kind of a good Christmas wish
you
list.
have until August 24th. So even now that they've reached their 6,000, they'll keep on going. So you can go. You have until August 24th to buy it, and then it goes away. So let's have a look at this thing.
Oh my gosh!
This thing measures 26.3 inches tall. It's designed to be in proper scale with the various 6-inch Marvel figure. Like, check it out.
Oh my gosh!
I got my 6-inch Logan figure right here. So this guy, this little 6-inch figure, it's going to be to scale. How it was in the comics and how it was in the cartoons.
Check this photo out
you
here. You got Chuck's figure that he's holding in his hand. Booyah! There it is in the snake arm of the Sentinel.
If that puts it into perspective for you at all, it includes this son of a bitch has 72 points of articulation. 72.
This thing is crazy.
Points of articulation in this bad boy. 20 of those points of articulation are just in each hand.
Wow.
Each hand has 20 points of articulation.
That is so cool. You can actually see it in this photo where he's holding Wolverine because his hand is open. So that means like each little finger moves.
I think the human hand has about 20 points of articulation.
Yeah, right?
So it's going to have multiple knuckles and stuff. It comes with this really cool 18-inch tentacle accessory, which probably has its own 15 points of articulation, so you can wrap things around. So badass. It's huge. Mm-hmm. Over 2 feet tall. 26.3 inches tall.
Oh my gosh.
So like I said, the HasLab campaign runs from July 10th through August 24th. Where can you get this thing? You cannot buy it at stores. You can only buy it by contributing to the Kickstarter, the HasLab, at Hasbro Pulse. The Hasbro Pulse website, I think it's hasbropulse.com. Mm-hmm. Go to Hasbro Pulse. You have until August 24th to buy this thing. Let's see some more pictures of this thing while I'm just kind of rambling.
All right.
This thing's absolutely gorgeous.
I know, it's
the
so
coolest
cool.
thing. Can you just imagine all of your X-Men Legends figures climbing all over this thing?
Oh, I think it's like the perfect fireplace mantelpiece. Like, that's your centerpiece, and then you have all the X-Men figures like attacking them. Like,
and it's insanely articulated. Because I mean, so $350 sounds like a lot, but if you think about like a Sideshow collectible toy, some of those statues can run like thousands of dollars. So $350 ain't that bad for something that huge, that articulated, that badass. So guys, let us know in the comments section. Are you excited for this? Have you purchased your own? Is this the first you're hearing about it? What do you think? Let us know in the comments section. We would love to hear it. And if you get one, if you're watching this later on, send us a picture, man. Send it to chuckloadofcomics@gmail.com. Shauna just sneezed.
Thanks.
Perfect segue into our next big nerd news story of the week, guys. Tron 3, the follow-up to Tron Legacy. Wildly underappreciated film, Tron Legacy.
I agree.
Really loved it. Well, Tron 3 is on its way, and the script, according to a spokesman at Disney, said it's really phenomenal.
Of course they did. Why
Said
would they say it's
not phenomenal, it's really phenomenal.
Okay.
They've been talking about this movie since like 2015. It was originally, the script was called Tron Ascension, I believe, and it was rumored to star Jared Leto. They originally had Jared Leto
That would've been awesome.
cast. I don't know if they're going to do that for a couple of reasons that we'll get to in just a second. So the spokesman at Disney said this week, he said, "We've got a great script. I mean, it's really phenomenal script that we're very excited about. Whereas the timing wasn't right to have it done years ago, I think we feel like the timing is right now, and I feel like we've learned a lot of lessons from the last movie." So they seem like they've learned a lot. This thing's been done for a while, and so it's just kind of been sitting in the Disney vault for a while.
Okay.
But so what do we know?
Yeah.
As of today about Tron 3, first thing we know is that the script is done. It is in the can.
Okay.
It is ready to rock. So the script is done. The movie's ready to go. The movie is being considered for Disney Plus. That's a big kind of red flag right there a little bit, I think.
It's like I feel 50-50 about that because it's great that it'll be free and accessible to everybody, but at the same time, there obviously limits the budget.
Very true.
Like, majorly limits the budget.
Yeah, instead of a $200 million budget you would hope to get from a Tron 3 time, or even a $100 million budget, you're probably looking at about a $40 million budget. For a movie like Tron, it's a little bit of a...
all those special effects, and that definitely means no Jared Leto then, probably.
Yeah, you're probably not going to get Jared Leto for a Disney Plus budget, but who knows? I mean, you never know. They got the new, virtual sets and shit they used for Mandalorian now. Maybe they could use that and bring some of the budget down. So probably not Jared Leto, but who does want to return is Daft Punk.
What?
Daft Punk?
I think it's Daft Punk.
Daft Punk. They want to return to do the score. You remember from Tron Legacy, the score was the shit.
Yeah.
It was an awesome music that went on Tron Legacy. I love Tron Legacy. I think that movie's totally badass.
I agree with you. I thought it was fantastic.
Joseph Kosinski, who was the director of Tron Legacy, he may return to direct the film.
Cool.
But he is also doing Top Gun Maverick right now. So depending on how great Top Gun Maverick is, that may tip the scales one way or the other on whether or not he's going to come back and do a Disney Plus series.
True.
I think Top Gun Maverick is going to be great.
I think so too.
But Joseph Kosinski has expressed interest
Great.
in returning for Tron Ascension, we'll call it right now.
Cool. Do you think any of the cast from Legacy will return, like Olivia Wilde and
I would hope so.
Yeah, I would hope so too.
Although Olivia Wilde, like you and I were talking about a little bit about her the other day, and she's big-time director now.
That is true. She's big-time producer,
she
director.
Did Booksmart, and she's really kicking butt in the director. So maybe she's not doing a lot of acting right now. So maybe she will do it.
I don't know.
She does do indie films around Chicago.
Yeah.
So I hope she returns.
That'd be
If you
awesome.
remember the way Tron Legacy ends, I mean, it's her and the main character guy. They get out of the video game world, so and then they're cruising around on the motorcycle. So
Right.
I hope she returns.
It seems plausible.
You
to
can
me.
recast the whole thing. Just
That's true.
keep her. The film was scrapped back in 2015, like I said, because it was not considered viable for cinematic release. But now the same exec at Disney Plus said Disney Plus is churning out all this original content. The film is being reconsidered as an original movie for the streaming service. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this because, like I said 4 times in this segment right now, I love Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
I thought it was dope. And I like where the dudes said that they learned a lot from Tron 2.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to learn what mistakes they made, like that crappy de-aging. Oh, that was awful. That was absolutely terrible.
But
It is pretty bad, but
they've gotten better at it.
you take that part out of Tron Legacy, and it's an insanely sick, awesome movie. So I don't know, Shauna, excitement level for Tron 3?
I'm excited. Like I said, I'm a little nervous about the budget being on Disney Plus, but
Right.
to your point, Mandalorian looks amazing and it looks cinematic. So, I mean, it's Disney. They'll put money behind whatever they want to put money behind, and they are trying to launch a lot of original content on Disney Plus. So maybe they'll back it with some good money.
It's no Hamilton. But I'm pretty stoked, man. I think it's been badass. So let us know in the comment section, what do you think about Tron 3? What do you think about Tron Legacy? And what do you think the chances are we might actually get Mr. Jared Leto on the speeder light cycle
wait.
What are the chances? Probably pretty slim. So, final big nerd news story of the week, guys. The Boys, the Amazon series The Boys, is getting a short film starring Carl Urban, the Billy Butcher story. It's going to act as sort of a prequel to season 2.
I love it.
They're making a Boys movie for Amazon. This just dropped this week. I got super duper excited. A lot of interesting information came out about The Boys this week. We got a ton of new trailers. We got tons of new footage. Looks at new characters, all that good stuff. So show creator Eric Kripke, he revealed, I think it was in an interview maybe with Collider, he revealed that Amazon will be releasing a short film starring Billy Butcher, Carl Urban, that will fill in the missing gaps between The Boys Season 1 ending and the beginning of The Boys Season 2. So it's spoiler time, people.
Yeah, right.
About to get into some spoilers if you haven't watched The Boys yet.
Shame on you if you haven't.
Fast forward about 1 minute. What Kripke said, he said, we had a whole storyline in episode 2. It's not really spoiling anything, he thinks. He said season 2 begins with Butcher completely missing in action. So Butcher, after season 2, you remember, he discovered Homelander Jr., and his wife, Rebecca Butcher. He discovers all of these people at the very last episode of season 2. So right after that, season 2 starts with him being MIA.
Wow.
And that's how the show kind of starts out.
Cool.
He said in episode 2 of season 2, we had shot something that really revealed where he went when he was missing in action and what his experiences were when he was away. He said it ultimately didn't end up fitting in the way into that episode. He said it made Butcher's story a lot less mysterious and intriguing. He said it was better not to know where he went at that point in the storytelling, if I'm making sense.
It makes sense to me. I mean,
Instead of taking the Butcher story and putting it in episode 2, they just pulled the whole thing out, and they kept it mysterious, and they're going to reveal it at a secret time within the middle of the season 2.
Yeah. Hats off to the writers and the director for saying this was just too good and it's too pivotal of a storyline that we can't just delete it completely. Like, the audience needs to know this, so we're just going to... It's too long for an episode. It doesn't make sense in episode 2, so we're just going to put a movie out. It's like, thank you.
Yeah, they're taking all that footage. They're going to string all that footage together, and they're going to actually call the film Butcher.
Sweet.
So the movie's going to be called Butcher. It's going to be a companion piece to the show. So when can you see the movie? That's kind of what everybody's sort of been asking this week. They said sometime in the middle of the release window of the series. So the Butcher movie is going to come out sometime in the middle of when the show comes out. Now, what you're asking yourself, it's a bingeable show.
Right.
Amazon, that came out this week also. If you haven't heard, they're not going to do all the episodes released all at once. What they're going to do for Boys Season 2, they're going to release the first
3
episodes on September 4th. And then after those 3 episodes, it'll be a weekly show, which I love.
So sometime after the first 3 episodes drop, then they'll drop the movie in somewhere in between.
The Butcher will be probably between like episode 4 and 5 or something. It's just going to appear separately on Amazon.
Thanks again, writers and directors, because that just forces you to watch the movie at the right time.
Exactly.
Because if they would have dropped them all 8 episodes at once, most people like us would just binge watch the 8 episodes and then watch the movie, or not know what point in their time or in their minds that they wanted the audience to watch the movie.
And they said that in the interview. He said something like, there's going to be things that happen later on in the season that you will have wanted to watch the Butcher movie in order to understand.
I wonder how long it's going to be.
It's probably going to be, I'd say, an hour, maybe an hour 20.
It's probably got to be longer than an hour if they said it didn't really fit into an episode.
That's
Aren't
true.
the episodes like an hour long?
Yeah, they're hour-long episodes, so maybe it's an hour 20. You know, just a really long episode. So it does kind of suck that you only get 8 episodes of Boys Season 2.
Yeah, but
at least you get this extra thing. So it's essentially like 9 episodes of Boys Season 2.
It's like bonus episodes.
Bonus episodes. So
Sweet.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Very stoked. September 4th, The Boys drops on Amazon Prime. So that is all the headlines that I think we needed to bring up this week. There was a lot of other cool stuff with Wonder Woman and stuff, but just Google it. Really cool Wonder Woman featurette that dropped this week. It's really cool. Some cool stuff from Umbrella Academy. Wait, just too much to cram in one episode. So we picked these guys. So guys, thanks a lot for watching Chuckload of Comics. We're here every single Sunday on MainframeComicCon.com and on YouTube.com/ChuckloadOfComics. Join us here next Sunday for all the nerdy news, the week in review, as we do every single week. So until then, stay thirsty, my friends. Have a fantastic week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.